What happened when you had to convince your own wife that she actually married you? Ava opened her eyes in the hospital bed after the car accident and smiled at me drowsily. But then she looked confused. Then fear overtook her. Why are you in my room? I reached for her hand, but she jerked away. Ava, I'm Silas, your husband. She shook her head violently. I'm not married. I'd remember being married. I held up my left hand, showing the ring she'd slipped on 5 years ago while crying happy tears. We've been together 7 years, married for 5. Her eyes went wide with panic. You're lying. This is insane. The doctors explained the amnesia, while Ava stared at her own wedding ring like it might bite her. For 3 days, I watched my wife treat me like a well-meaning stranger. She was polite, but kept her distance. Her parents showed her our wedding album. You were so happy, her mother kept saying. Ava studied the photos clinically. She looks happy, she'd say, like the bride was someone else entirely. At night, I'd go set up a planetarium, the place where we first fell in love. I arranged hundreds of photos and videos of her life before the accident, our life together. I truly believed that if she fell in love with me once, she could do it again. The drive to the planetarium felt like heading to my own execution. Ava sat pressed against the passenger door. Can you at least tell me why we're going to a planetarium? She asked. Because you once told me that you knew you'd marry me under these exact stars. She went quiet. That's either really romantic or really presumptuous. I couldn't tell if she was joking. Inside, I led her to the center where I'd recreated our first date exactly. Same blankets, same spot, even the same brand of chocolate she'd brought to share. Sit here and look up, I said. Eva lowered herself carefully, still treating me like a stranger. Then the dome exploded with light. Her college graduation photo appeared first, spreading across the ceiling. That's me, she gasped. More photos bloomed like flowers around it. This is every moment that led to us, I said. The photos changed to the bookstore where she'd worked. You recommended me a book about astronomy. Said I looked like someone who needed more wonder in his life. A video played of her younger self, animated and talking with her hands. I was right, Eva murmured. The coffee shop photos made her lean forward. You spilled an entire latte on my laptop, I narrated as the video played. Then you cried, not because you were embarrassed, but because you thought you'd ruined my novel. Young Ava in the video was frantically offering napkins while young me laughed. You weren't even mad, present Ava observed. I was already in love with you, I admitted. Took me exactly 43 seconds. Our first date unfolded above us. Ava on screen was trying sushi for the first time, making faces. You hate sushi, present Ava said suddenly. But you took me anyway, I nodded. Watched you eat California rolls for 2 hours, worth every second. She turned to look at me for the first time. You really loved me that much from the beginning? I nodded. The vacation photos made her laugh. Oh God, I got food poisoning? The video showed her giving a thumbs up at Chichen Itza while clearly dying. You threw up behind a 1,000-year-old pyramid, I said, then made me promise never to tell anyone. She covered her face. And you just told me. The proposal made her grab my hand. Rain poured in the video while past me knelt in the middle of a thunderstorm. Past Eva was sob laughing, nodding before I even asked. You really couldn't wait? Present Eva whispered, talking to herself. You just told me you loved how I looked soaking wet. Seemed like she couldn't wait. She laughed while crying. Our wedding filled the entire dome. Her father spinning her, us dancing terribly to her favorite song, her shoving cake in my face, then immediately apologizing. Tell me about that day, she demanded. Everything you remember. So I did. How she'd walk down the aisle barefoot because she broke her heel. How she'd written her vows on her arm because she'd lost the paper. How she'd whispered, we're really doing this, right before we kissed. The last video destroyed her. Last week's Eva, making breakfast, turned to the camera. Silas, I know you're watching this while I'm at work. I just wanted to say that I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as I will tomorrow. Also, yes, I burned the eggs again. The dome went dark. Ava was sobbing. Can you show me again? All of it? We watched 3 times. Each replay she moved closer until she was in my arms where she belonged. I don't remember any of this, she whispered against my chest, but I can feel it. In my bones, I can feel how much she loved you, how much I loved you. She pulled back to look at me. Will you teach me to love you again? I was crying too hard to speak, so I just kissed her instead. She kissed back like she remembered, like her body knew what her mind had forgotten. Take me home, she said. Show me our life.